So now, last but not least, then we can pass to Secretary General Petros Varelidis.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Secretary General.
Can I proceed?
Of course you can.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
floor is yours.
I heard the previous speakers. I just need to say first of all that I looked at the time schedule foreseen by the European Commission, and I sincerely hope that they can deliver. But still, I'm not very convinced that this is. I think this is a tentative schedule rather than an actual one, and I hope I prove wrong. But it's when you try to implement such an endeavor, such a new system that has many practical complications at the European level, a lot of practical difficulties arise that make the full implementation a little bit more difficult than is originally projected. But okay, let's hope that it will be. I will be proved wrong, and they will be proved right in their timetable. From our side, we have started working on setting up a VCM system in Greece since the beginning of 2023. The key for a VCM system is, of course, credibility. And in order to have credibility, you need, obviously, to comply with the basic principles that are depicted also in the EU regulation on VCMs. Like, for example, and most importantly, the principle of additionality. And the other extremely important issue is the issue of credibility. Because why are we trying to do that ourselves in Greece? Because we believe, we like it or not, there is a credibility issue on the international credits. We all know of that problem. And this is something that can be much easier. It is much easier to assess it and increase credibility when you do something in your own country or in your own economic territory, like the EU is, rather than doing it in countries far away from where we are. And in order to have credibility, you need transparency. So you need clear rules on for the different types of projects, being forestation or being soil management and forest management, being rehabilitation of old lakes that have been dried out, or being Posidonia projects, or being tree farming, trees that are productive from an agricultural point of view. So we look at all these different types of projects, and we're trying to set up sets of rules that are transparent, clear, and to a large degree kind of automatic, easily verifiable, because that helps transparency. And it's better to be less accurate and more transparent than the other way around. So right now we're in the process of setting up detailed rules for the methodologies for afforestation projects, forest management projects, and tree farming projects. and their verification, their validation and verification system. Of course, the validation and verification system will be uniform for any type of projects. So the idea is that we have clear methodologies, easy to verify, easy to implement in an automatic manner, not so much subjective interpretation, open to interpretation, or open to the judgment of the competent authority, the authority that is responsible for the issuance of the carbon credit, which is going to be the Ministry of Environment, or NECA. We'll see about that. And then the verification system has to be robust, through certified, of course, verifiers that ensure also that for a time span the project is up and running, alive, and producing carbon credit, because it does actually absorb CO2. So that's from the side of the way we set up the system. Another very important issue, I think this was also raised by the Commission, is the issue of demand. Is there a demand? In our case, we have created, there is a demand. We've made a study for that to see how much is the demand and make sure that there is a demand. There is a demand. And also it has to be taken into account that our national climate change law has included provisions that create the demand, because all companies that lots of entities that are not covered by the EU ETS, they have to comply by a reduction target of 30% compared to 2019 by 2030, and that by itself creates a demand in some cases for carbon credits, and that demand also can be fine-tuned if there's a need for that. By changing because we can do that by increasing the target of 30% reduction. And also at the EU level, we try to push forward, and I think not by ourselves, together with other member states. And I think this is a work in progress that is going the right direction, to eventually, because that's the goal, eventually to connect the voluntary carbon market with the ETS carbon market, and have a holistic approach from a market point of view, and combine the ETS credits with the VCM credits in order to have a fully functional market. In any case, this VCM market that we're trying to create in Greece, our intention is for it to operate through stock exchange, probably. So it's going to be like a stock market. Has similar characteristics to the ETS market, but of course that does not exclude the possibility of peer-to-peer projects, private entity producing carbon credits and then selling it to another private entity, provided, of course, that these credits are verified and certified, and they are continuously monitored by the state in order to ensure their robustness and credibility, as I said from the beginning. That's all from my side, and we hope, turning to the timetable, we hope that all this will be done by the end of 2026. Thank you.
Is that Secretary General overly optimistic or realistic, do you think, time-wise? I mean,
no, I think that's realistic time-wise, because these are ongoing open tenders, and there's already work that we have on our heads. We don't start from scratch. We just want to fine-tune what we're doing. And anyway, if we don't set a tentative target that is quite challenging, date-wise, then you keep postponing it for the future, and you never finish it. So we need to set up a deadline in order to make sure that it will happen, soon.